Hi guys, welcome back. We are finishing chapter 5 today. This is the last lesson in chapter 5. Lesson 5.6, we are talking about number patterns. I think you guys will like this lesson. It's kind of like a big puzzle, I think. So we are on page 312 in your math journal. You need a pencil. Maybe a multiplication chart, although I don't know if that is really going to help you today. So again, page 312. Okay, so we are talking about patterns today. You guys have all found different number patterns before. So we kind of did this, or we practiced a little bit during morning meetings. So whenever you guys feel confident, feel free to pause the video. Try some or all of these on your own and then come back and check to see how you did. Okay, so on page 312, our first example says the rule for the pattern is add 5. The first term in the pattern is 5. And then part A says use the rule to write the numbers in the pattern. So first, remember that a term is just each number in the pattern. So when it says the first term is 5, that means that the number it starts with is 5. The second term they have shown you is 10. And then we keep filling it out. We're just adding 5 each time. So 10 plus 5 would give me 15. Plus 5 more would be 20. Another 5. 25. 30. 35. And now we're just listing the terms below again, so when it says dot 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 at the end, that means that the pattern could keep going on and on and on, but they are not going to list all the numbers. They have just stopped at 45. So then the second part of this lesson is now we're gonna see if you can see any other patterns. Looking at your different terms or your list of numbers. So under part B it says, what do you notice about the digits in the ones place? So see if you can think of other patterns that you see. You can pause the video, think about it for a second, check back in when you're done. What do you notice about the digits in the ones place? I notice that in the ones place, I can see that every number in the ones place ends in a 0 or a 5. Okay, then it says describe the pattern using the words odd or even. So look at your list of numbers. Do you notice anything about odd and even numbers? I noticed that the numbers alternate, which means that they go back and forth between odd and even. So these are just the patterns that I see. You guys might see another pattern that I don't see right away. So when it asks you to describe another pattern in the numbers, there's not necessarily a wrong answer as long as what you say is true for those numbers. And so it's okay if you have thought of something else to say or your answer doesn't sound exactly like mine, but it's kind of the same message. The last one says describe the patterns using the word multiples. So remember, multiples are the numbers you get when you multiply. So like 5 times 1, 5 times 2, 5 times 3. I can see that all my numbers or all my terms each term is a multiple of 5. So So again, you guys might not have used the word term. I was just trying to use a vocabulary word. Now that kind of looks like a big M. But it's supposed to say each term is a multiple of 5. You could have said that all the numbers are multiples of 5, for example. Okay, when you're ready, go on to the last part on page 312. It says, the rule for the pattern is add 3, subtract 1. The first term, or the first number in the pattern, is 6. So this pattern has 2 parts. Add 3. So start with 6, add 3, you'd get 9. Oops. And then the second part of the pattern is to subtract 1. So if you take 1 away, you get 8. Now start the pattern over. Add 3, you get 11. Subtract 1, you get 10. Add 3, subtract 1. Add 3, subtract 1. And then add 3. Then if we wanted to, we could keep listing, but it doesn't have us do that. Okay, so that's our pattern. Then it says describe another pattern in the numbers. So what do you see? What's a pattern that you see in these numbers? There are lots of different answers. I will let you guys think of one on your own. We'll list that on page 312. You could say that, I don't know, every other number is bigger than the last, for example. This 9 is bigger than the 6. This 11 is bigger than the 8. This 13 is bigger than the 10. I don't know, however you guys, that's just one pattern that I noticed. There could be other patterns that you see. Whatever you see or whatever stands out to you, list on page 312. And then when you're ready, why don't you go ahead and try the next section on your own if you haven't already, and then come back when you're finished. Number one says, use the rule to write the numbers in the pattern. It says the rule is subtract 10. The first term is 100. That means that the list of numbers is going to start with 100. So subtract 10 from 100, you get 90. Subtract 10 more, 80, 60. And then fill in your list. The dots means it could keep going. Okay, the next section says use the rule to write the numbers in the pattern. Describe another pattern in the numbers. So first list the rules. For number 2, it says multiply by 2. The first term is 4. So start with 4, and you're just multiplying by 2. So 4 times 2 is 8. Multiply by 2. 8 times 2 is 16. Multiply by 2. If you don't know what 16 times 2 is, go off to the side and multiply. 6 times 2 is 12. Carry the 1. 1 times 2 is 2, plus 1 more is 3. So 16 times 2 is 32. And now multiply by 2 one more time. 32 times 2. 3 times 2 is 6. So you get 64. So again, when you describe another pattern, there are tons of patterns. You could say, these are all even numbers. I see that these are multiples of 4. I'm counting, these are all multiples of 4. They're not in order necessarily, like I skipped some numbers in between, but they all can be divided by 4. That could be another pattern. They can all be divided by 4. These all can be divided by 2. Whatever you want to say, whatever pattern that you see, go ahead and list. There's not necessarily a wrong answer again, as long as it's true for these numbers. Like you can't say these are all odd numbers because that's not true. For number 3, it says skip count by 6. The first term is 12, so skip count by 6. Count by 6 is starting with 12. So add 6. 12 plus 6 is 18. plus 6 more. You could use your fingers, or you could literally add if you want, or if you could just count in your head. 24 plus 6 more would be 30, plus 6 more is 36. Alright, so again, think of a rule here on your own. They're all even. They're all multiples of 6. They can be divided by 6. They can be divided by 2. I think all those can be divided by 3 also. Pick a rule that, or I mean a pattern that you see. Go ahead and write it down. And then go ahead and try the last section, the on your own section. It says use the rule to write the first 12 numbers in the pattern. Describe another pattern in the numbers. I'm gonna make my pen smaller, I think. Okay, so it says the rule is add 7. The first term is 3. So start with the number 3, add 7, and we're trying to list the first 12 numbers. So add 7. 3 plus 7 would be 10. Plus 7, 17. 24 plus 7 is 31. Plus 7 is 38. Plus 7, 45. Plus 7, 52. Plus 7, 59. Plus 7, 66. I think that's 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, that's 12. So that's my first 12 numbers in the pattern. I think the hardest part of these making the patterns or making the list of numbers is not getting off by one number, because if you're off by one number, your whole list will be off. So I would double check before you say that's your final answer. Then it says describe another pattern in the numbers. So see if you can find a pattern. I haven't been writing the patterns because I don't want you to think there's only one right answer. There's more than one right answer. I can see that every other number is odd, or they go back and forth between odd and even numbers. You might see another pattern. Go ahead and describe whatever pattern you see. Like I said, I see that it goes back and forth between odd and even numbers, so they alternate between odd and even. When you're ready, go on to number 5. This is another 2-part pattern. It says add 2, add 1. The first term is 12. Start with 12. First rule, add 2, so you'd get 14. Then add 1. Then add 2. Add 1. Add 2. Add 1. Add 2. Add 1. Add 2. Add 1. Add 2. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright, that's 12. Okay, then pick or find the pattern that you see. One pattern that I see is that it's even, even, odd, odd. The numbers are 2 evens, then 2 odds. 2 evens, 2 odds. 2 even, 2 odd. You might see another pattern, but that's the one that I would write down. When you're finished, go on to 6. Number 6 says, Marcy likes to collect stickers, but she also likes to give them away. Okay. Currently, Marcy has 87 stickers in her collection. If Marcy collects 5 new stickers each week and gives away 3 stickers each week, how many stickers will Marcy have in her collection after 5 weeks? Alright, so this is, again, we're going to be making patterns. It says she has 87 stickers to start with. That means that, start with the term 87. Then when it says she collects 5 stickers, think about what that would mean in math terms. She's gaining stickers. So the first rule would be plus 5. Then she gives 3 stickers away. In math language, that would mean if you give it away, you're losing 3 stickers. Okay, so think about this now. That she says she does that each week. That means that when she gets 5 and she takes 3 away, that's only 1 week. You need to do that 5 times to find 5 weeks. There is a shorter way to do this if you can think about it. If you want to do this way, go for it. If you can also see that if this girl gets 5 stickers a week, but she takes 3 away each week, how many stickers is she really getting each week? She's really only getting 2 stickers each week. So if you can think of the rule as adding 2, I think you will get the same answer as well. But, so the other way is, if we think about it, she gets 5 stickers. Now she has 92 stickers. She takes 3 of those away. Now she only has 89 stickers. Alright, that's 1 week. Now do another week. Plus 5 stickers would mean she has 94. Takes 3 away, now she has 91. That's 2 weeks. We're trying to get to 5 weeks. Alright, the next week she gets 5 more stickers. Now she has 96 stickers. She takes 3 away. 93. That's 3 weeks. The next week, she gets 5 more. She has 98. Minus 3, now she has 95. That's 4 weeks. Alright, one more time for 5 weeks. Plus 5. Now she has 100 stickers. Minus 3 would be 97. Your final answer should be that she has 97 stickers. So again, if you can think of it a different way, as in, if you get 5 stickers, but you take 3 away, you're really only getting 2 stickers a week. So if you did that 5 times, you add 2 5 times for 5 weeks. Now she has 89, that's 2. Plus 2 more would be 91. Plus 2 more. Plus 2 more. Plus 2 more would be 97, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be the 5th week. So either way, you get the same answer as 97. Alright, that is pretty much the end of lesson 5.6. I will let you guys go ahead and try the practice problems on Clever. Let me know if you guys have any questions.